Hi guys, previously we talked about variegation in plants, what it is, and the causes of variegation. Today we're going to talk about how to maintain variegation in your plants because they can actually revert. So looking at these two, what is the difference immediately that jumps out to you in their variegation? If you said that their patterning is very different, you are correct. But in the sense that we see we have even distribution of variegation on each leaf. It's almost like each leaf has the same type of variegation. Here, each leaf is different. So I have maybe a completely non-variegated leaf here, and this one I have a highly variegated leaf. So this tells me that this has unstable variegation and this has a more stable form of variegation. So this one has a high chance of reverting. So this one would be, for example, a chimera, and here we have maybe differential gene expression. You can refer to my post on causes of variegation for a little bit more about that. So another good example for houseplants is the Monstera albo. That's a popular one. And then for us succulent people, Cotyledon orbiculata, sad to say, but look, completely white leaves, and then we have some variegated leaves right there. So unstable variegation here. So some ways that you can maintain that variegation is to provide adequate light, and I'll refer you over to 7 succulents for more on the light. But essentially, if a plant is struggling to get light, it's going to put out more green leaves. Number 2, you can actually prune variegated leaves to encourage your plant to push most of its energy to the variegated leaves. 3, you can use a low nitrogen fertilizers because, nitrogen is essential for plants, but it does promote chlorophyll and foliage growth. So that way the plant will put out more green leaves if it has like very high nitrogen in the soil. So you want to use low nitrogen fertilizers. And 4, keep your variegated plants in pots because we know that variegated plants are very picky and you have to maintain the right conditions for them. So having them in a pot, for example, which if you have them inside, it's already in a pot, we can move them around, maybe adjust the lighting, the temperature, how they feel, things like that to help them maintain their variegation. And that way we can maintain beautiful looking plants.